Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy and this is Thrift Adventure. Today we are in Enterprise, Oregon, and we're going to hit up a couple of thrift stores. Then we are going to go to Joseph, Oregon and walk around the cute little downtown there and have lunch. We are camping up Lostine, and I'm going to share some footage of me in the thrift stores and then us setting up camp at the end, so I hope you like it. Heading into the Humane Society thrift store in Enterprise. Here I am heading into this charity thrift store. It is for animal rescue. You could see that cute cat on the counter there. Looking through the jewelry, of course, because I love jewelry, and I think all of the jewelry was only $1 here, but I didn't really see anything that stood out to me that I would be excited about listing. And I am trying to be particular about only picking up things that I will be excited about listing because I have so much inventory. Some of these purses looked interesting at first glance, but when I got up closer, they kind of, didn't look like they would have great resale value, so I decided to pass. I liked this kind of Western bag, but it ended up being faux leather with too much wear. Now onto the shoes. You can see these boots are beautiful, but far too expensive for resale. And I liked these Sanitas. They were in pretty great condition, but they just kind of are a slow seller for me, so I decided to pass on those. I got excited about these Sorels, but they ended up being way too worn, and so I decided to pass on those as well. There really weren't many people shopping in this store, but it seemed pretty picked over. Of course, I had to take a look at the belts. I think all of the belts here were faux leather or too worn. If I pick up a faux leather belt, it really needs to have good style. So I didn't find anything here. This one was too worn. This one was pretty cute. There was a little wall of jewelry. I thought it was funny that the ladies behind the counter were talking about their cheap watches that wore out quick. Meanwhile, they have these sterling silver watches on the wall for $1 that they could have replaced the battery and they would have lasted them forever. Oh well, I get to pick them up, and hopefully I won't procrastinate and I'll actually put new batteries in those and sell. Those were the Eclipses brand from HSN or QVC, and they hold their resale value pretty well. Just checking out some of the other pieces here, but I didn't see any standout pieces, so I decided to pass. Heading into another little thrift store in Enterprise, Oregon. I've been here before and the prices were super affordable. This thrift store is in the basement of an old building. I found that kind of interesting. It was really busy in here, so I decided to just do a voiceover and kind of show you around this small town thrift store. The prices were really affordable here, but I didn't have a whole lot of time to look at clothes, and I've kind of been avoiding picking up clothes. But there you saw that I looked a little bit. Here I'm looking through the jewelry, and I did end up picking up a couple of pieces because the prices were very affordable. I thought this little bracelet was kind of cute, but I didn't end up getting it. This I did end up picking up. It is a little pure silver bar with a pendant. I thought those were cute, but I didn't end up getting them. I did really like this bracelet, and I got that. It's already listed. I think it's something good that's not marked. I'm still doing more research. Of course, I had to check out the belts, but this was the only belt there, and it was kind of worn, so I passed. Here I'm just showing you kind of a look at the rest of the thrift store. I didn't really find too much else in here. It was pretty picked over. If I remember correctly, they were having some sort of sale. So like I said, it was pretty busy. And my husband was talking to me at that point. There was a little purse I missed right there that I'm kind of mad I didn't pick up. But here are the glasses. I didn't really see much here. I did like this little plate that was coming up, but I don't get too excited about listing individual plates, so I decided to pass on that. Yeah, like I said, pretty picked over here, but it's always worth stopping at these small town thrift stores because sometimes you can find gems for cheap prices. Hi, we're back from our camp trip and I have a little haul to share with you. I just got a few things when we were out thrifting. Most of the thrift stores that we hit up weren't very big and I didn't really have a lot of time to shop, but I did get one really great item that I didn't catch on video, but I'll show that to you last. I'm super excited. So the first item that I got is this vintage copper bangle bracelet, and I picked this up just because I thought it had a real like mid-century modern look to it. I do think it's from the 60s and it is by Renoir. Something I didn't notice is that the thrift store wrote $3 on there, which is how much I paid for it. Hopefully I can get that off. But that was pretty frustrating when I don't know how I didn't see that in the thrift store. But the next item I got is this kind of tacky, kind of cool vintage bracelet. I just thought it was really unique and I'd never seen anything like it before. I think this was only $2 or $3, so I decided to pick it up just because it was so unique. I think this is also from the 50s or 60s. I think I got film or video of that, picking that up. Then I picked this up, which is interesting. It's just a little silver bar, sterling silver, actually fine silver, 999 silver, 5 grams. And then it comes with this little pendant that you can stick it into and make it into a necklace. That was just kind of a novelty type thing that I picked up and it was only a couple dollars. I'll probably get in the $40 to $50 range for that. Then I picked up a couple of watches, which I try to avoid buying watches because they just end up in my death pile and I don't put new batteries in them. But these are both by Eclipses and they are sterling silver. The whole band and everything is sterling silver. They have nice weight to them. These are sold on a home shopping network, either HSN or QVC, and they are quite pricey retail and they hold their value pretty well. I've sold them in the past for like, I think $40 or $50, and those were only $1 a piece. The really funny thing is when I was in this thrift store, I don't think you can hear it on video, but the ladies at the front desk were talking about watches and how they bought this crappy watch made in, I don't know, China or Mexico, and all the silver had already worn off. And I'm like, ladies, you have these 2 sterling silver watches hanging on your wall that you could just put a new battery in and you'd have a very high quality watch. Clearly they didn't know what they had. This, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. It's probably another HSN or QVC brand. The cool thing about this is that this pops up and flips over and I'm not sure exactly, but then it just makes it look like a bracelet. Felt like really nice quality. Again, only $1, so I picked it up. And then these items I picked up at a thrift store on the way to our campsite, which I didn't film in there because it's a really tiny thrift store and it's not too far from where I live, and I don't want the lady to somehow figure out I have a YouTube channel and watch my videos because her prices are so cheap and I want to continue to get stuff. So the first item is this gorgeous Johnny Was blouse. It's just rayon, but it is all embroidered. Really a beautiful piece. Did I say it was only $5? Which is actually a higher price for her. Most of her clothing is like $1 or $2. So I just thought this was gorgeous. The reason that I wanted to stop at this thrift store on our way to town was because I had been there the week before and there was these couple of Jim Shore pieces there, and my mother-in-law collects Jim Shore, and I forgot to buy them when I was there. I bought a lot that time, and so I wanted to go back and get them. Sorry for the commotion with the paper. These don't really, I don't know if they really hold their resale value. Well, this has the original price tag on the bottom. It was only $21, but it's just a cute little Easter egg snow globe. She only had it priced at $3. Sorry, I should have unwrapped these before I did the video. And then a really cute little angel, again, only $3. My mother-in-law's birthday's coming up, and I don't usually get people secondhand items as gifts unless it's just like kind of an extra, which is what these will be. Like, we'll get her main gift, and then these will just be some fun extras. Aren't those cute? This really isn't my style, but these Jim Shore pieces really have great detail on them. She mostly is into, I think, the Christmas ones, but I thought she'd like these Easter ones too. And for $3 a piece, you cannot beat that. Okay, so this is the best item that I found out of everything. And it is this vintage sheepskin jacket. Here, I'm gonna put it on. I'll see if we can get a good, it doesn't really go with my shorts, but it is so cute. Can you see that? Look at the tailoring on that. I'm not sure when this is from. It looks a little bit newer, but it could be from the 70s. There's no tags except for a size tag in here that says medium. Actually, this tag, I don't know if you can see that, but this tag does look a little older. And I was actually, she had all the coats on a rack outside, and I was in a hurry, so when I went in, I didn't look at the jackets, but when I was getting ready to check out at the front, I looked outside and saw that sheepskin peeking out on the rack. And so I was like, oh, how much are the jackets? So she's like, $5. So I went out there and grabbed it real quick. I do really well with sheepskin jackets. So typically for men's in the $150 to $250 range. So I think I'm gonna list that high because I don't typically see the women's ones. So probably list it in the $250 to $295 range and hope it sells for that. So that was a really exciting find. Okay, now I have some footage from our campsite of us, like a time lapse, so real quick of us setting up our big tent, and some video from our hike, and just some random little tidbits, just probably about 5 more minutes if you guys are interested in watching that. We had a really great time. The weather was beautiful, so relaxing, and very secluded. So it was like a developed campsite, but it was away from everyone else. So it was really nice. Okay, if you guys enjoy this type of video, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free. Also, if you could give this video a thumbs up, that really helps me out. Okay, don't go anywhere. Watch the end with our little adventures from our camp trip. Thank you so much. Okay, the tent is almost set up on the outside. Here is what it looks like on the inside before we set things up. Millie wants to make sure that she gets in the video. Hi, Millie. Can you sit? No. Oh, there we go. You up? Okay, she got in the video. tent is all set up. Normally we don't bring this giant tent for this type of trip, but my husband wanted to spray it for his steelhead trip that is coming up in a month or so. So we decided to bring it and get it all set up. Also, it's gonna get down in the 40s tonight. So we thought it would be nice to have the wood stove to keep us warm. I am excited. It did take us almost 2 hours to get this all set up. Now, time for a cocktail. I am having Tito's, a splash of raspberry lemonade, and mostly the LaCroix to keep the sugar content down. I am ready. Smash burgers for dinner tonight. Yum. The next day we took a nice little hike. It was just about 3 miles and it is so beautiful in this area, untouched. I love all of the trees and the water. We made it up to a really beautiful waterfall, and we just sat down and enjoyed the view, had a little snack and some water. I just love getting out in nature and recharging, feeling the sun and the fresh air. I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. If you have any feedback on how I can make them better, if you'd like these to be separate from the thrifting videos, just let me know. This is part of my life and I really like to share these things with you guys. Here we are on the way home. We are all worn out. You can see Millie is just exhausted, but we had a great time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.